Welcome back to the greatest week of the holiday season. Something we all asked Santa for Christmas. We're all getting Last Jedi this week.
Woo!
We're the Hateful Geeks, and this week, myself, Phil,
and Sweeney,
and Andy,
and Tim.
We're going to be talking about some really big trailer drops, some shit that's really got us pumped for the next upcoming months, early spring, if it will, before we get really excited about Star Wars. So,
yeah, let's get a little filler episode for you.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, I do believe we're seeing like the beginning of the end. It's Avengers Infinity War. 10 years, 8 years in the making. We've been waiting for Thanos to finally show up, and it's happening.
He's here. Yeah, I mean, and I'm excited for Thanos. I mean, I think, Phil, you've hit on this a few times, is Marvel's like to do the whole world-ending, apocalyptic, big bad guy with his minions coming out 2 times now. And I think this is going to give us the big baddie we want, like that we need the Avengers to fight.
Wasn't that Ultron?
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, yeah, it is, but I don't think anyone viewed Ultron as that much of a threat as Thanos.
Well, I mean, Ultron's world-threatening and Thanos is universe-threatening.
Yeah, Thanos is like the entire galaxy, like the entire. He can just destroy everything, which I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they do that, like scene from the comic when he snaps his fingers and like half the universe
dies.
Yes, I want them to do that.
You don't think that it's been kind of like, I don't know, a lot of build up to finally getting Thanos? Like I think we were talking about before that this was like. How you have relationship, the beginning of your relationship is like that honeymoon phase. It's really sweet and you're really nice to each other and everyone's really happy.
So that was like Iron Man 1 and 2.
And then bam, I don't give a fuck anymore.
No.
I would feel like it took way too much buildup if they kept teasing Thanos in every single Marvel film. But they didn't do that.
But they didn't. I mean, he's really only been in
Avengers.
Well, and then he's in Guardians, and then he's mentioned in Guardians too.
Right. Which I think they did. I think they did that well. They didn't keep like teasing us with Thanos. They were like, "Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming." It was like, well, the Guardians of the Galaxy obviously are going to fight Thanos, and obviously the Avengers are going to fight Thanos.
Yeah, like the Avengers don't know that the Tesseract is involved with like 6 other things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I think they did that pretty well. They kind of left the Avengers in the dark, so to speak, with a lot of the different stones because they didn't.
Right.
Obviously, they don't know what they are, and they didn't want to like make them like all of a sudden like, oh, we know exactly what's going on.
Right.
I don't know, man. I feel like we started off with like this really like ridiculous teaser of Thanos with a literal like head turn, like, and then we had him with the one Infinity Stone when he was actually taking the glove.
Yeah.
And then he actually had a spot in Guardians 1. Like for like a whole minute and a half. Like this is, I think they've significantly beefed up the fact like, hey, everybody, we're going towards Thanos. I don't think it's subtle. And you start off with this Thanos and then you get like I said, you get the fucking love child of Grimace and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's weird and there's no helmet or armor. He looks like he just came from like the side of a pool at the Y.
He does look weird without the helmet, and he looks kind of like a monk little bit.
But
like
even
this
the
shit
comics,
on his chin.
Even in the comics without his helmet, he looked weird.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like we know, all the nerds know Thanos as the armor, as the helmet, as the glove. Like that's how we know Thanos. But even in the comics, when you see him without the helmet, you're like, well, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. It's like
Homer Simpson.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I get it. And we don't see him with the armor. We don't see him in the trailer. We don't see him with armor or he has the glove. Not many stones yet.
Looks like Grape Ape.
Yeah, and so I think what they're trying to do, maybe for me, makes sense is he doesn't feel like he needs to like guard himself from anything
because
at this point.
Because the gauntlet will just do it for him.
Right, and like not even that, he doesn't know like the Avengers are a threat to him.
Right.
Like why would he know that yet?
That's true.
Because he knows like the Guardians of the Galaxy are there. Because obviously his daughter, whatever.
I mean,
he knows the Avengers a little bit because from the first one, he's cool with the Chitauri or whatever they're. He's cool with Loki using them to go get the Tesseract.
Absolutely, but he doesn't know he doesn't know who they face, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he also Thanos probably also thinks that like the Avengers are just so beneath him that he doesn't need.
Absolutely.
But and the trailer did a good job at showing already Thanos with no armor on, no helmet on. He looks stripped down.
Yeah.
And here he is holding an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Before he plucks it in there. And they've already established in Guardians,
like nobody can.
Somebody holding one stone is life ending, and he's just like,
yeah, because Guardians, like, Star-Lord grabs it and he's like pretty much disintegrating until the rest of the Guardians,
right,
share that burden. So like he just literally it looks like this big in his finger. He's like, me.
Yeah,
and just plucks it in. And so he has 2, right? We've seen him with 2 in the trailer.
I think he has in that when
he has the blue and the purple.
He
has the Tesseract and the one from Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has the 2, and then we also see in the trailer you see Vision getting the stone like ripped from his face
from Proxima Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the staff.
So I'm excited for this because like I really want to see how they do this movie, and I think so far Marvel has like Phil said, has like been kind of like masturbating, up to the point of like climax. Like they want to like do all these movies around it and not get to the point.
That's a lot of gross words you just put in my mouth, but the theme is correct. Yes.
In the mouth.
I might make you uncomfortable, but I am right.
You're using health class words, and I'm like, stop, please.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do because what I don't want is what like so many people probably do want is that like the full battle against Thanos in this movie.
No, I mean you're gonna get some battles, but like you're not gonna get. Yeah, I mean we're gonna get some. Death.
I hope we do.
But I think the fights we're gonna get are maybe like 1-on-1. Like we've already seen in the trailer Iron Man getting punched.
Iron Man gets punched.
But what I mean by 1-on-1 is maybe you get Thanos versus Hulk or Thanos versus Thor.
See,
I think you're going to mostly get the Black Council.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
I think they're going to be doing his dirty work for him mostly in this film. You'll get some of those 1-on-1s. And then the second part, the Infinity Gauntlet film, is where he's just going to be like, all right, I got all the stones. You're all going to die.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
But my concern with some of this from the trailer, we still have no idea what his motive is. Why is he wanting to do this?
But he's never had a motive, has he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's
I know the one motive is to impress Lady Death, right?
Yeah.
Impress the character Death.
The character Death.
The physical embodiment of death.
Yeah. He wants to do a lot more than impress Death.
Right. But like in this, they haven't said it's
in this,
like,
all you hear him say is like, it brings a smile to my face, bringing balance to the galaxy.
Right.
I don't think it's really balanced when you have all 6 stones.
Also, I didn't know Thanos was a Jedi.
Yeah,
right. But no, yeah, like they haven't really gone into like does he love death? And if he does, are they going to bring Hela?
Right. Which I think they are going to. I think they didn't want to hint at it in this movie because that might be a kind of a big like reveal.
Oh, that might like a reveal at the end.
Hela's still alive,
like cameo at the end. Right. Yeah.
But I am curious at who's going to die in this movie.
I hope it's everybody. I want a Hamlet. I want a full on Hamlet.
My thoughts are I think Iron Man's going to die. Because he's been like the biggest character in the beginning till now, and I think if you kill off Iron Man, like that's going to be the biggest shock to like everybody.
It would probably make up for him betraying everybody in Civil War.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah. I think there's going to be 3 big deaths.
Okay. You think Cap?
I think Cap.
I knew you were going to say Cap.
I think that's going to be the uniting force is his death, and I think they really want to do Bucky Cap.
They're going to do Jesus Cap before they do Bucky Cap. Apparently,
I don't know. Or they just bring him back in 4 with the gauntlet. Who knows? I think Nebula dies.
Well, Nebula's going to die because she said from the beginning
she's just going to run in gung ho and.
She said in the beginning that it's either him or me, and obviously she can't kill Thanos.
Right.
Like it's not going to happen.
What if she does? What if she waits? What if she waits 2 movies? Everyone's like dead on the ground, but Thanos is like barely alive. He's like, "Oh, you guys did such a good job, but I win." And she just shows up. And she's like, "Man,
I think
got it."
just right in the forehead.
That'll be Drax.
I did it.
I also think that the first big scene of the movie is right at the end of Thor Ragnarok when his ship comes in. I think that's Thanos getting the Tesseract from Loki, and I think he just straight up kills Loki.
What they showed in the trailer, Loki handing the Tesseract,
and he's got like there's destruction all around him.
Yeah.
I think to show how big of a threat Thanos is when he takes the Tesseract, I think he just straight up kills Loki.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
Loki?
I really do,
because he was working with Loki.
That's where you get all these questions of
he delayed him 8
Loki,
years.
Thor, Hulk are all on this ship.
Right. Yeah.
Hulk somehow just gets sent floating in space, and that's how he lands on the Milano. He lands on the Milano.
No, that's Thor.
That's Thor.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So Thor is floating off in space, lands on the Milano. Loki is obviously either with Thanos or dead.
Yeah, and Hulk
and somehow Hulk gets back to Earth.
Yeah, Hulk lands in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Strange's.
So maybe Loki sends him there. Who knows?
I think.
I mean, it could be Loki, like, hey, get out of here, and like he ships him off.
But I think that the big thing they want to tell storyline wise is just right off the bat how big of a threat Thanos is.
That's true.
Because the average person really doesn't know who Thanos is. Like the person who just goes out to watch the Marvel movies and doesn't read the comics.
If they kill Loki, you know how many like girls are gonna like cry? Everyone like, Loki's so pretty.
You still got Chris Hemsworth.
True. Accurate.
You got a one-eyed Chris Hemsworth, but you'll take it.
That's true. Yeah.
My biggest question is not trailer related. It's about 2 weeks ago they did a series of Vanity Fair covers.
Yep.
And on the cover of Vanity Fair, Chris Hemsworth is holding another Mjolnir.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Is another hammer?
Yeah, he has another hammer.
It's not
Does
accurate.
it look the same?
It did kind of, yeah.
Maybe they just did that just for the Vanity Fair.
Well,
that's weird.
They have a time
there's
stone.
also there's that, but there's also there's also a little there's also a little bit in the trailer where he's like pulling stuff together, and like it's literally like 2 or 3 seconds of the trailer.
Okay,
I think that maybe he uses his Thor power, you want to call it, to make another Mjolnir.
Well, I mean, in the comics, after he didn't have the hammer, he made the axe or got the axe, right? What was the axe called?
Jarnbjorn.
He had that before he got Mjolnir.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was when he was only Odin's son.
Okay.
He started all that was his weapon when he was like young, like really young.
Yeah.
And then he earned Mjolnir by like proving himself against ice giants and shit.
Like Andy said, I mean, you have Doctor Strange who has a freaking time stone. So.
I mean, either or, but I was
hey boss, we got a plot hole. No, we don't. We got a time stone.
Doctor Strange is their favorite character. He can literally retcon the series as it goes.
Yeah.
So the Eye of Agamotto. Yeah, I can literally just like, hey, you lost your hammer.
I just thought,
no, you didn't.
I just thought Chris Hemsworth holding up a Mjolnir on the cover of a magazine 6 months before it comes out was like, huh.
I don't think they would. Okay. I don't think they would do that.
Check it online.
No. I mean, like, I don't think they would like give a spoiler in Vanity Fair.
I'm saying check it. Just check it out when we're done.
Oh no, I've seen it. No, I've seen it. Yeah. All I'm saying is, I think like they just gave it to him because it's Thor. Like not like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Not like, oh, hey, we're gonna give a hint in Vanity Fair photo shoot.
I see what you mean.
They could have had him holding like a Tesla coil.
Well, I mean, or they could have just. What we talked about, Jarnbjorn, or how it's pronounced. Whatever the crap it's pronounced. I don't know.
IKEA axe.
Yeah, the IKEA. Where's Torbjorn at?
Build them up, break them down.
So I mean, this trailer. I mean, for me, I know Phil, you're not super excited about it because you waited too long for it.
That's one of the plethora of reasons.
Yeah, but for me, I was super excited about it because I was like, all right, we're getting the whole fucking band together, like the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's all going to be in this movie.
Just the logistics of getting everyone together for these two movies.
You have Wakanda, you have Black Panther, you have Black Panther running with Cap, with Hulk, with Falcon. Like they're all there again, and then you have Ant-Man, and then you have the Guardians, and then
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit.
To me, it's not the Iron Spider suit until I see the legs.
He's correct.
It looks like that.
It's going to be the Iron Spider suit.
No,
if I see the legs,
like it is. It looks like the new one he's had in Marvel when he's like leader of Parker Industries.
All I know is the one that Tony made for him. So I'm assuming that there's going to be some technology built into it.
Yeah, there is.
That's more than what he had before. The spider will light up
again.
Yeah.
I want legs.
And then we also get the, when we saw Spider-Man, we all thought about, hey, they didn't introduce the Spidey sense, and they show the Spidey sense, like. Peter's on the bus and he gets like all of his hair stands up and you're like, oh, he actually does have the Spidey sense.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that version of the Spider Sense.
Yeah, the Spider-Man scenes, I was pretty psyched about those. I was like, oh, cool, because I like Spider-Man, but I'm sorry, dude. I don't like the way Thanos looks. I'm psyched to see Chris Evans back. I mean, I'm glad that it's like Steve Rogers as opposed American Soldier as opposed to like Captain America.
Yeah,
because there was a time he like gave away the Cap name and he was just Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
and Super Soldier.
Nomad, right? It was Nomad
for a little bit too.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
So seeing that like version of Cap, I'm cool with that. I really am not. God damn it. I really am psyched about Spider-Man. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
I really want to hate this trailer and just be bored of it, but there's some cool shit in it.
Hey, one of my thoughts when Black Panther says, "And get this man a shield," he's probably talking about Bucky.
No, it's literally there's Cap. A line in a comic where Black Panther says that same thing, and it's about Cap.
We'll see.
I mean, it has to be Cap because didn't he leave his shield at the end of Civil War?
Yes.
Right?
It's in Wakanda, right?
Yes.
Is the shield in Wakanda?
No,
I mean, it's made of vibranium. That's their shit.
It's no, it's not his shield again. They're making a new shield.
Okay.
Because literally in the comic, there's actually a comic, and I read this online, where that scene happens where, Black Panther says, "Get this man a shield," and he hands them a replica shield that he said, "It might not be the same one that you have," but Cap's like, "No, it feels right."
Oh God, I hope it's they just throw out the triangle shield for a scene.
I was thinking, what if they do like the big, like fucking like triangle, that'd be fucking sweet. But just throws like a dart at people.
Yeah,
I was reading up on it, and someone said like they actually showed the actual frame by comic frame of Black Panther
of that scene.
Creating Cap his new shield, and that was the Nomad story. Right there
in the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Did we get Ant-Man and the Wasp before or after?
I hope so.
It's in between.
It's in between.
So
both
you have
of them. We get Black Panther's the last one before Avengers. Okay. Yes. Then we get Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes. And then you get Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Is Ant-Man and the Wasp plotline taking place after Infinity War?
What's that? Say it
Is Ant-Man and the Wasp plot taking place after Infinity War? If it's coming out after Infinity War, does the story take place after Infinity War?
I cannot say.
I'm gonna
please cut that out in editing.
I'm gonna assume
you just saying that you can't say.
Yeah, you can say you can't say. That's fine.
All right, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's fine. We trust you. They trust you. It's fine.
They're listening.
No, I think
it's fucking Disney, so I would assume they are.
My perspective is, I think what it's going to be is we're going to get the first Avengers Infinity War, and then we're going to get Ant-Man and Wasp. That's going to be like the build-up right before, and then they're going to come back into the second one.
Now I'm just like disappointed because
there'd be no sense to do in between because we don't care about the in between. It would be like, hey, how are we going to bring in Ant-Man and Wasp into this?
But then if you don't have the Wasp in Infinity War,
second one, you have the second one.
But why not the first one? If the Ant-Man and the Wasp takes place before the first,
because there's no reason to.
What? There's like fucking 100 reasons to. Like, why would you not want
the final battle in the second one? You don't need her in the first one.
I think Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is one of the best things about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mm-hmm. Like, I give a shit about Ant-Man.
I didn't know I would. I was like, oh my god.
And having like was that Michael Douglas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Play Hank Pym. Like, okay, because Hank Pym's got that pretty fucked up past. He was an alcoholic. He was abusive. So not giving us that Ant-Man was a smart decision by Marvel. They were like, we can't fuck with Hank Pym. He's done some screwed up shit. But what's fucks with this guy?
Yeah, Scott Lang is good.
Yeah, I thought, I was like, man, like they really like changed the story up, and I like it.
Scott Lang's a much more like personable character than Hank Pym.
Yeah,
they have a lot more freedom to build the character too.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got an alcoholic.
Yeah, you don't need Iron Man 2.0.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
you don't mean Iron Man.
Yeah,
like,
right.
At least when Iron Man's drunk,
you don't need Demon in a Bottle Iron Man.
No. Ugh. So, and then like I'm not a fan of Vision becoming human.
Yeah, what the hell, Paul Bettany? Like you were cool when you were normal Vision. Now you're a man.
So there's a scene in it because in the trailer they're doing Vision and Scarlet Witch as a couple.
Yeah,
and it looks like that. Like I don't know if it's some kind of I don't know what they're. But
you can still see the.
you can still see the.
You see it. So I don't know if that's Scarlet Witch. doing something, so she could be like, "Hey, this is what it would look like
if only you were a human type of thing."
And I'm assuming it's a perception thing. Like he can, like she can change perception, or he can change perception.
They're on the holodeck.
Yeah, but it's it's Paul Bettany without the vision makeup, and it's
Trek.
I did Hawk Trek.
We don't Hawk Trek in this house
because the stone he has is the yellow. It's the
is that the soul gem?
Yeah, that's a soul gem. The yellow gem is a soul gem.
So he has
obviously,
a soul
it gives
gem,
a machine a soul.
And then I'm assuming like she is a witch as well, so there could be kind of like a dream state kind of thing.
Scarlet Witch created children for them at one point.
Scarlet Witch created a whole fucking alternate plane of existence.
Yeah.
Right.
She can do whatever she wants. Don't fuck with her.
So I'm assuming that's something she's created just to like show him what he could be or something.
I'm fine with that. Whatever.
No more mutants.
I think we need more.
But he's going to lose the gem.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So does he live or die when he loses it?
I think he's dying.
I think he dies when he loses the gem. But
I think he'll just become a heartless robot and he won't give a shit about anything anymore because that's what machines are. They don't have machines.
He is
don't have
made
souls.
of indestructible material, so maybe.
So they pluck the gem out of him and he no longer has his soul.
Right.
So he's just going to be like, bye.
I'm a toaster again. I'm programmed to love.
He's literally an indestructible like Hodor.
just turns into Jarvis again.
He's Hodor, but just like
he's Jarvis.
Sorry, Wanda, I don't love anymore.
So I mean, we get the obligatory like charging in of the heroes again.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you
got a really fast version of the slow, right stuff walk towards the NASA shuttle. It's like
you get Thanos doing a voiceover just like Ultron did a voiceover.
Yep. So I think they are gonna. I mean, the trailer does have some, I think repeats of what they've done before. Again, like they've made so much money, why change their?
I think it did a really good job of making that movie epic.
If you ain't growing, you die.
I think when I watched the trailer, I did get a lot of like epic feel about the movie coming up. And it may be because I'm a Marvel fanboy, maybe because, I've been waiting so long. I don't have an issue with how they did it. I mean, how else are you going to present Thanos?
One thing about this that I think I'm pumped for the most is like I can't wait for the Guardians to interact with everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I cannot wait for Rocket to just meet everyone.
Like especially Thor. Like Rocket meeting Thor.
Yeah.
Like
Rocket and Hulk, Rocket and Doctor Strange, like Rocket and Spider-Man.
Because Thor's gonna be like, "What the fuck's the raccoon doing here?" And Rocket's gonna be like, "I'm not a fucking raccoon."
See, I want to see Groot and Hulk like back to back fighting with. Like,
well, because we saw Groot, and he's like above adolescent Groot again.
He's like late teens Groot.
Well, because at the end of the Avengers, we saw teen Groot, where he was messy, his room was messy, and everything like that. We saw that credit scene, and then now we're gonna like Groot's gonna be back. Almost. I'm really excited for Groot to be back.
I think we're gonna get adult Groot again.
So you guys know, like you guys remember in the first Avengers, the cool scene between the Hulk and Thor. When they're like, you're doing like, they stand there and they're like, you're really good at your job. And Hulk's just like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want that between Hulk and Groot, but not with the punching. Like, I want Hulk to be like, you good big tree, man. You strong. And he's like, I am Groot. And then Hulk like responds like he actually understood what Groot said, like immediately. That would be amazing.
Like they actually get along and like they understand each other. And
yes, like
what the fuck is going on?
Communicate on every level. Like they were like star-crossed besties.
Drax and Hulk would be great.
Drax and Hulk would be pretty epic.
Yeah, just Drax.
Drax entire.
Yeah.
You were just a man in a shell. How is it that you perform combat?
See, this is why I'm excited for this movie, because I just all these different personalities are going to be in one film.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the best comedy of the year.
It might as well just be a blank check to Disney.
Oh, absolutely.
They're just gonna,
absolutely.
This will break multiple records.
I mean, it should, because I think both movies combined cost $500 million to make.
Yeah, which makes sense because how many people are in it and what they have to do.
Yeah, and all the effects and everything. Which, I mean, they're gonna make $500 million on part 3 in like 2 weeks worldwide.
If this film decides to go back towards like real like emotions between characters and like there's a magnitude of like gravitas to what's taking place, I will be on board. If I get thrown another like 2-hour like stand-up comedy starring Thor and the clown shoes from space, I don't give a shit anymore. I want death. I want things to matter. I want there to be permanent.
I think you're going to get a good mix of both in this one.
I think they wanted to like Thor to be funny because this is going to be so dark.
Well, it's written and directed. Well, Ragnarok was written and directed by a guy who's known for comedy.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to get your gravitas of death with Loki and Cap. That's my opinion. And I think you got to throw some kind of comedy in it because of how big and how earth-shaking Thanos is, you know.
But appropriate locations. Right, I don't want like
absolutely.
I don't want like Captain America being choked out by fucking Thanos while everyone watches him die and he's like America or some stupid ass fucking line. Just like, I don't want him cracking a joke then.
Right. But yeah, like I think an appropriate joke was what you mentioned of Thor and Hulk taking down something and then Hulk just punches him. Like that's an appropriate joke.
Yeah.
But it was quick and then they got back into like New York being wrecked.
And exactly. I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to have like those interactions when you have like the big dumb, you know, giants like Groot and
I think you have to have some kind of levity in a movie like this.
Look, if you want to pass on my idea for like Thor, the Hulk Groot romance, like feel free, man.
No, I am curious too because when we saw Banner, he was concerned about becoming Hulk again because that'd be the last time. So I'm curious to see if they bring Banner back or if it is going to be just the Hulk again.
No, you see Banner in the trailer. He's working on the Hulkbuster armor.
Well, there's that, and then when he lands and Doctor Strange and Wong are looking at him in the hole, that's Banner.
Okay.
Do you think that Tony Stark is going to whip out the Hulkbuster on Thanos?
Absolutely. He already said
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't even think about that fight. That'd be great.
Yeah, because you see the Hulkbuster armor again. He's not fighting the Hulk again.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be just like that quick dismantle of Thanos. Is just like.
Oh, absolutely.
Just flicking his finger.
It's technology versus God.
But I'd say we're all excited or curiously excited. I'm excited. I want to see it.
I'm bummed.
I'm ready.
I do. I have a little.
I'm ready. Be gentle.
I'm going in.
My
with
body is ready.
Excitement, but I'm also trying to keep it down. Like a little in check.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm done with trailers. I'm done watching.
Yeah, I've tried.
I don't want to be.
Maybe I'll watch the next one.
Even the Last Jedi trailers, I try to stick away from them.
Thor was like that.
I heard there was a Last Jedi TV spot, and a lot of people blew up after it just hit, saying that the end of it gave something away.
It did,
and I'm glad I haven't seen it.
I didn't want to see it. I was watching something, and they showed like a clip of it, and I saw something, and I'm like, "Why would you show that to me?"
I'm radio silent until Thursday because the premiere was last night or Friday night. Last night. And reviews are like you can't say anything about it, but people are saying like how good it is. But that means that spoilers are probably already out there. And I'm staying.
I will say
the fuck away.
This trailer spot, I didn't want to see it. I heard about it like you did. No. I didn't want to see it. I was watching some event. I think I was watching a football game or something, and it came on, and it was just bam right in my face. I didn't have a chance to like change the channel. And I was like, no! Like I don't want to see that. Like it to me, it's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I would tell you guys if you want me to ruin it. But oh my god!
I think I know what I've heard about it.
This is a spoiler-free zone, gentlemen. This conversation ends now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell. For you, my friends, I'm not gonna ruin it because I'm upset. I'm upset I saw it.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That sucks balls.
Yeah, because I heard. But my friends on Facebook did a really good job of saying, holy shit, I can't believe you showed that. And none of them said what it was. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, cool, I'm not looking at anything. I'm not reading anything.
When we're done recording, I almost want to ask you, but then
I can tell you.
It could be different from what I've heard. And
well,
then,
you can tell me, and then I'll be like,
and then I'll whisper each other.
But then I could ruin something for you
I'll
too.
be
well, I've already
offline. I
got
don't want to hear
1
it.
point ruined for me. I'm just pissed off about it.
This is actually the first Star Wars movie since Phantom Menace that's come out that I have been able to go completely dark on. I have not watched. I've watched one trailer, and that was the one we talked about for our episode.
And we talked about that one, and then Andy mentioned that TV spot. And I was like, no, we're not going to watch it. And Andy's like, yeah, I'm not going to watch it either. I was like, cool. Let's just go in blind. And then this fucking thing just ruined it for me.
Yeah, I haven't read any interviews. I haven't read any fucking magazine articles. I am going into The Last Jedi blinder than Daredevil pre-mutagen.
So for Avengers Infinity War, we're going to get 2 of them. We're going to get Infinity War, and we're going to get Gauntlet. I'm pumped. I'm ready for this battle. I want to see who dies. I'm excited for them to kill off a lot of the Avengers. I want them to kill off several because I think it's time to like do a little reset.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a lot of major deaths until
the next one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, either one. I'm excited for
this one is just going to be him getting the gems. Yeah. And that's why I think is it Black Order or Black Council? I always get it.
It's the Black Council.
The Black Council, I think they're going to be you're introducing them in this film, so they're going to get a lot of play in this with Thanos kind of just like showing up and leading them and I don't know, because
they've shown Thanos like showing up and like taking gems. Like,
yeah, he'll be there, but I think the Black Council is going to do it.
I think it's the Black Order. You were right. It's the Black Order.
Black Order.
The Black Order.
Black Council, Black Order, Black something. Whatever.
Whichever.
So, but yeah.
Proxima Midnight and...
It's been forever since they were introduced in Infinity.
Ebony Maw.
Yeah, all I remember is Proxima Midnight and Ebony
Red
Maw.
Dwarf. Or
Black
Dwarf.
Star.
There's one called Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Black Dwarf. His name's Black Dwarf.
Oh, Black Dwarf. Okay, I was like...
It's all like
that's a BBC
it's all
show.
like astronomy terms for like different...
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I read Infinity. I just don't... There's 7 of them. I just don't remember their names.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I
think
read
we'll probably
Infinity.
get a big play out of maybe 4 of them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, we're excited for it. And then another thing that we were just discussing before we sat down and hit the record button is another film that we just got a trailer to drop for. And some of us are excited from it, and some of us
had no childhood, apparently.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can't be excited about dinosaurs, period.
So, Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom?
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Are we going to get sued if I just sing in the background?
No. If we talk over it, you're fine.
Oh, sweet.
John Williams is at the door.
I wish.
Good source site there.
So, I don't know how you can't be excited for a Jurassic Park movie. Because
I love Jurassic
It's literally
Park.
just dinosaurs. Like, I want to see dinosaurs attack people again. Like, that's all it is.
The
like,
trailer
my inner 9-year-old is like, Wee.
So in a good way and a bad way, the trailer gave absolutely nothing away except for one, there's for some reason an active volcano on a island that they built a theme park on, and 2, we get Ian Malcolm back.
When they built it probably wasn't active, and now it's active.
Wait a minute. I believe I was saying this before the fucking episode started recording, but who the hell when you buy land, you have a survey done on the land. You would know by purchasing this Isla Nublar in fucking Costa Rica that there was a dormant volcano on it that had the chance to become an active volcano.
I mean, you think you would know that?
I mean,
yes.
I'm going to blame. I can't remember the character's name, so I'm just going to call him Colonel Sanders. I'm going to blame Colonel
Dr.
Sanders.
Hammond.
John Hammond.
John Hammond. Okay.
But yeah.
Please,
obviously,
you nerdy fucks.
I love Jurassic Park.
So why aren't you excited for this one? What's not exciting?
I told you I will pay to see this movie, and I will see it. The trailer didn't make me go, "Oh shit, I can't wait." I saw the trailer and I was like,
"The T-Rex is back."
All right, doing the exact same pose and the exact same roar that we've seen him do in 3 other fucking movies.
Still epic. It is always epic. It's like amazing.
I was waiting for the banner to drop from the sky. Like
yes, because they know it's a good thing. They have it going. Keep going with it.
I'm psyched. This is a movie I literally stood up and went, yeah, dinosaurs.
Plus you get Chris Pratt with baby raptors.
Yeah.
I'd watch the whole fucking movie of Chris training them like Marley and me, but with raptors.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this before recording, but I was too young to see Jurassic Park in theaters. So I like Jurassic Park, but it doesn't leave me like super pumped. Like I'm gonna go see it when it comes out. I think I'm in the same boat as Andy, where I'm like, I'm gonna go see it, but it doesn't leave me super excited.
16. So at that age, Jesus Christ. I remember going and seeing it.
I was 5,
but I saw the posters more than like any trailer. So it was going into that movie dark. Like I had all I knew was this is a movie about them making dinosaurs again, and I was like, okay, I'll go in and see it. 15-year-old me, mind just blew the fuck out of my skull. Like, holy shit, those were real dinosaurs. That was not CGI. They made real goddamn dinosaurs for this movie.
Maybe you're just desensitized now.
No, I want to see it. I want to like it. I want to love it. The trailer, it just didn't do it.
I mean,
I had no issue with the trailer.
It made me feel sad for all the dinosaurs at the end who just can't swim.
Right. So for me, I saw him fall in the water. I was like, no, he can't swim.
Right. So the return of everybody here's favorite human being on Earth is Jeff Goldblum. As Dr. Ian Malkin. Life finds a way.
He says it again.
It's chaos theory.
He says it again.
I can't wait. Like there's a big part of me that like wishes he was on the island, but like that's not going to happen. I think that it's probably just going to be
back there.
I think he's just going to be
hearing.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be like a glorified.
Once. He's not going to do it again.
I think it's going to be a glorified cameo. So like.
So the premise is obviously that Chris Pratt is approached by the girl from The Village.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Thank you, Bryce Dallas
Howard.
Daughter. Gingers. Anyway, no. So he gets approached by her, and it's been like a little bit of time later, and their relationship apparently isn't intact. It didn't
go so well.
Yeah. Apparently not. I guess when you're in the life or death situation, running from dinosaurs, and then you have to deal with like paying the rent and shit. I guess. Your needs are different.
I mean, Chris Pratt's bored because he's like, I used to have raptors, now I have you.
Maybe. Like I said, you're from The Village. Anyway. Obviously she's like, oh, Blue's still on that island, and it's going to blow up, and nobody will save these animals. And so I was hoping that somebody would say, we created these genetic monstrosities. These aren't real dinosaurs. These are mutations. We just kind of threw on an island for a theme park. We fucked up. They ate people. Some kids died probably. But now a giant volcano is going to blow up and just re-extinctify all of them.
Right.
And so I'm sure Congress was like, wee, free pass. And we didn't spend a dime for it to happen.
Right.
We literally have to do nothing.
Right.
And here's like Bryce Dallas Howard like, but the animals...
But Blue's there.
The polar bear doesn't try to fucking murder me on the toilet.
My boy Blue.
and then Chris Pratt's gonna be like, "Come with me, Gwen Stacy."
Yeah, for real. Oh God, Spider-Man 3 Gwen Stacy too.
Yep. I pulled that out of my asshole.
So obviously the goal of this movie is Chris Pratt going to try to rescue his beloved tamed velociraptors and just fuck the rest of the island, or maybe get like one of each and we'll move it to an onshore park, Lost World, maybe.
Do they have an arc? Are they taking 2 of each dinosaur?
No,
it doesn't matter. They're all women and they reproduce asexually.
Life finds a way, Andy.
So it's the Dark Arc.
Did you not see the movie?
Jurassic Dark Arc.
Oh Jesus, it's a good comic. They use like fucking the rainforest frog that could change its gender to like fill in the DNA blanks, and they're like, that's not a dinosaur, that's a mutant.
That's a mutant. Yep.
They even say in the last movie, like, you did not make dinosaurs. We just made them what we thought they should look like.
They did pretty good.
Yep. I think there's a lot of questions that still have yet to be answered, which I hope they go into in this movie.
Yeah, I hope Chris Pratt gets eaten by his own dinosaur. That'd be kind of.
No, even I don't want to see that happen. It's Chris Pratt. I don't want anything bad to ever happen to Chris Pratt.
He'll live.
You guys are just too attached.
It is what it is.
I am too attached to Andy Dwyer.
I want Chris Pratt as the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, him or Bradley Cooper.
What if they can tie in Jurassic World to like Indiana Jones?
I heard Bradley Cooper. I would watch that Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
definitely.
Chris Pratt or Bradley Cooper. I would love as Indy.
So, So at this point in time, it's more of the same, but more new of the same.
Right. Because they're trying to save the dinosaurs now, not just have a theme park.
They obviously alluded to shit in in Jurassic World that like the dinosaurs are being used for like a higher militaristic, nefarious purpose, and I wanted them to go more into that. Like I want to hear about that big story because I feel like that's their Thanos.
Maybe that's why the government okayed them to come like go back to the island to get it.
Yeah, because they want to use them for like, purposes. Hey, we can use raptors to like go eat people.
Right.
We need the genetics, so we lost all the genetic sources, so we need to go get it directly from the animal,
right,
so that we can
like that,
make it our weapons.
Remember Dr. Wong? Left. He took it all with him. He left, and we don't know where he's ended up at.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited for it. I'll watch it again because again,
I mean,
Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
I do. I am looking forward to like Old Yeller watching Baby Raptor get raised. If I see there's like 30 minutes of that.
Also,
what if he has to white fang it?
Also, like way back in 1993, 1994, I never thought that they would make way back when 1993. I never thought that they would make the original T-Rex a sympathetic character, and I think they're really going to.
They're trying
like
to.
They did with
he's
World,
trying to like protect them.
and I think they are with Fallen Kingdom.
You're right, though. T-Rex is misunderstood, man. T-Rex hunts because that's what T-Rex needs to do. It needs to chase Jeeps. It needs to knock over Ford Explorers. You can't blame T-Rex for being T-Rex, but T-Rex don't fuck around. He ain't no raptor.
Oh, no.
T-Rex is the king. He has to assert dominance at all times.
Right, but arguably like the main villain of the first one is not like this sympathetic character that's like, oh, it's so old. Like, and like you saying Old Yeller kind of reminded me of that. Like,
because T-Rex comes in, it's like, you know what, bitch?
Right.
I'm in charge.
Right.
That's a cool thing though, because like the T-Rex starts off as like, a danger, but T-Rex is just being T-Rex,
Right.
But the Velociraptors, they're fucking like borderline, like too dangerous.
They're like
for sure.
They're like
not
killers.
Fun, dangerous. Like, a T-Rex is coming. It's like, oh shit, Velociraptors are coming.
They're just the Dahmer of the Jurassic Park world.
So T-Rex being the hero of the first Jurassic Park is epic, and T-Rex and this time in Jurassic World we got the T-Rex Velociraptor tag team duo. It was epic. It was everything I wanted, because when I was a kid and I watched Jurassic Park, and you had the little like the figures and shit. You'd be like, all right, T-Rex Velociraptor, now we're buddies like Batman and Robin. But that never happened. We never got to see
until
that until Jurassic World. Fighting whatever the fuck that dinosaur was. What did they call it?
The dinosaur that was like
the Albinosaurus. I don't even remember what the hell.
Bigger than a T-Rex and
whatever.
Yeah. Bad things.
I kind of like it better. I don't want them to keep doing this. Like, well, let's hybridize dinosaurs and make them villains.
That was my issue. You know how many dinosaurs are out like that have been discovered, and they could use so many different dinosaurs in these films. And this is the second time that we've gotten a hybrid made up mythical dinosaur.
No, this is the first time they hybridized a dinosaur. Jurassic World was the first time they did it.
Jurassic World was the first time they actually like hybrided it up one to like their own creation.
I think that original dog-eating T-Rex is going to die in this one, and I'm going to get all the feels.
Yeah. He might lose.
The goat
eating?
A dog, but it was a goat.
What kind of fucked up amusement park feeds dogs to their animals?
The dog in the backyard.
Yeah. Isn't that the same T-Rex?
Oh, well, no. So Jurassic World ignores the continuity of Lost World and the third Jurassic Park movie. Those movies never happened.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
really?
It goes from Jurassic Park to Lost World. There is no 2 and 3.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they nope, doesn't exist.
Well, knowing is half the battle, I guess.
Yeah, the director was like in talks and shit and said that basically.
Right? Yeah. No, I literally did not know that.
He did. What did he eat the dog, or did he just scare the dog away?
No, he ate the dog because
it was barking.
the little girl, the little girl or boy, whoever, like looks out the window and like the T-Rex,
the leash is up.
The leash is up, and like isn't the doghouse still like dangling out of his mouth with the leash? Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was sort of supposed to be like a visual throwback to the goat eating scene.
Yeah.
But it fell on its face because it was trite and not a good movie. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's another movie. I mean, is there any other trailers out now that were like,
nothing right now that I can think of. Like I'm waiting, even though it's a year out, I'm waiting for that Aquaman trailer.
There was a new Ready Player One trailer.
Was there really?
I have not seen that yet.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm really excited for that movie, but yeah, it was just a little bit extra footage. They finally showed like Wade in the real world, and then they show Parzival, like what he looks like in the Oasis. So like his character, and it's cool because it's kind of CG, but it's like really good, like mixture human CG. Like everybody might be in mocap suits, who the fuck knows? But the way their characters look like in the Oasis is way better than whatever I fucking pictured.
Nice.
I have a lot of confidence in this movie. Like, I mean, not only because I love Ready Player One, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Spielberg is doing this, right?
Spielberg is doing this, but there is no way that they're going to be plot accurate. If you're a Ready Player One fan who's loved the books, you love Ernest Cline, you're hoping for like a page per page adaptation. I'm going to tell you right now, not even Disney could afford the amount of like copyright laws they have to make.
There's no possible way. That was the same way with World War Z. I read the book. And I was like, after I got done reading it, I knew the movie was coming out, and I was like, "There's no way you can make a good movie following this page by page." So I went in with lowered expectations. So I really enjoyed.
But I think with World War Z, it's more the format of that book than anything.
It's written like a bunch of interviews. It's different. But no. So for Ready Player One, the reason. So one of the biggest like drivers in the book is. This new type of video game that James Halliday invents called a flicker or a flickster.
Yeah.
But basically you're in VR because that's what the Oasis is. It's like full dive VR. But you're like reenacting a movie, a famous 80s movie. So one of them is War Games. He has to go through and like play as like Matthew Broderick's character and recite the movie like line for line. You're basically acting out your favorite role in your movie. And it's a whole new type of video game. So there's like, this happens like 3 times. He plays through different like 80s films. There's no fucking way you're getting that in Ready Player One, the movie. You're not going to get him like acting out like an entire like scene or an entire film or even part of it.
I mean, it's got to be, because I don't know what production company is making Ready Player One, but it's going to be previous movies of
it's like
that
every single
company.
major 80s pop culture is in the book. There's like
music,
there's no
movies,
way.
video games, cartoons,
TV shows,
even shit from Japan.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get, if you're like, let's say, I don't know, like I said, I don't know who's producing it, but let's say Warner Brothers is doing it, you'll probably get a bunch of 80s Warner Brothers references, or Fox.
Yeah,
you know.
I know there's an Akira reference, and I know there's an Iron Giant reference, and I even saw fucking Tracer
Fox.
from Overwatch in this new trailer.
So I don't know about Overwatch, but Iron Giant and Akira, I think, are Fox. I think Fox has like the English rights or some bullcrap. So,
there was another trailer that just dropped, and Phil, I don't know if you've seen it yet. Battlefield or Battle Angel Alita.
Oh,
I did see that. And I've watched the original anime. And Battle Angel Alita has a huge cult following in anime fans. Like,
I was surprised how
pretty classic.
Well the CG and human element looked. The thing that threw me off is the size of her eyes. Of all things, I was just like,
those are real. Yeah, they look real weird.
I'm gonna need to pause for a second. I gotta take a piss like a motherfucker.
All right, you go. We'll keep.
Yeah, you guys keep going. You keep going. I'm just gonna piss.
Now the eyes looked real off. I will say that, and it took me a second to kind of realize that this entire movie isn't CGI.
Dude, so I'm not sure. How familiar with the source material are you?
Not at all.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
So I mean, I know of it. You pick up. It's like you said. It has such a huge following that I've picked up bits and pieces just by.
I know next to nothing about the story.
Okay, so the basic premise of Battle Angel Alita is you ever seen the robot boy, the Astro Boy? You ever seen Astro Boy?
Yeah.
Or Steven Spielberg movie. Have you ever seen AI?
AI, yeah.
It's very much that type of like premise. It's like, am I real? Like, am I a robot? I'm also like built to kill, and I'm a super badass. Like, super powerful. But the eyes, that's like remnant and like paying homage to the art style, like Japanese animation. I mean, it drew from like early like 30s and 40s American cartoons like Betty Boop and shit like that.
Okay.
So their art style for modern cartoons evolved to have like really huge eyes and tiny little mouths, big eyes, small mouths.
Right.
That's Japanese animation, and it's just prevalent in the style. So Battle Angel Alita was sort of like one of the pioneers of like really early 80s, maybe late 70s. I have to check that of modern animation art, and it was fluid, and the manga had a huge following because it was dealing with like the whole concept of AI intelligence, what's a soul, and just the premise of this dystopic future and all the different robots in it that she has to fight. I mean, it's cool. It's like very dark and cyberpunk. It's very cyberpunk.
I love the cast, and
I was going to say
Robert Rodriguez is doing it.
Once I saw Christoph Waltz was in this, I'm like, I'm seeing it.
Also, is that Sweeney's phone?
Who cares?
His phone is on like
he's on the laptop
clit vibrator mode. Jesus.
And whoa,
it's on Who Needs a Man setting,
right?
And I mean, Mahershala Ali is in it, and if he wasn't already in Luke Cage, I want him to play Blade so bad.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm back. Your sex toy's going off over here.
Right. Put it in your butt.
Your hibachi has been going on for like 5 minutes.
And my pleasure.
Hitachi, not hibachi.
And my pleasure.
Grilling in front of you.
Is it a grill? I thought they just made both.
I was going to try to hold that, but man, I was like, my bladder is going to explode.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So they were talking about Battle Angel. You know, I mean, guys, if you was your interest piqued at all watching that trailer?
Yeah,
like, are you curious about the movie?
Yeah, I haven't looked it up yet, but is there any animated version of it yet?
It is.
Why do you think it has a following, Tim? Like the animated Battle Angel and
Alita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all I heard was manga. I sometimes I think manga and anime are the same thing.
Oh, it always starts off as the manga, and then it becomes the show or movie.
I've never seen a animated version of it. Is what
it's
I'm
old.
saying.
It's not. It's probably like it might be late '80s, early '90s. The animated film, but I know the comic's older than that. But yeah, no, check it out if you can. Like, I don't know where you're going to see it on like a streaming service. You maybe
I don't think it's on
YouTube?
anything. Maybe I haven't looked. Yeah. Bring me Peter Pan.
Plunder that movie booty
to the bay.
Bring me Peter Pan.
Maybe you could probably find a DVD of it on Amazon.
Actually, I'm going to look it up on YouTube right now.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Are any of you guys familiar with like Ninja Scroll?
Yes,
a little bit.
No.
Okay, how about Akira? Akira is a really it's like a household name anime.
Yeah.
Okay, so Battle Angel Alita for its time was like Akira, but I mean they were right. It was right around the same time. So think of this like another one of those boundary crossing blockbusters that Japan kicked out.
I just found stuff on YouTube, and it looks very like late '80s. Like it looks very Ghost in the Shell, like the original.
It's right around Ghost in the Shell, the first Ghost in the Shell animated movie. It's that type of animation.
Yeah. I just never knew there was an animated version of Battle Angel Alita. I just thought it was all a manga.
It's really I don't know, man. It's I think it's the world of the Battle Angel Alita that's really popular. Like I said, it's like a dystopic cyberpunk future.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And the big eyes, basically, sorry, it's a really long political answer to answer the big eyes question, but the big eyes is in the movie that we're going to see is obviously Robert Rodriguez like not wanting to. I think he avoids the question of whitewashing this character by making this character inhuman in its facial features
and CGI.
By CGIing it and keeping it more homage to the animated style. By doing that, he keeps the character ambiguous, so nobody's going, you whitewash the character. No, you overly Japanese the character.
Yeah, like avoids the whole live action Scarlett Johansson Ghost in the Shell.
It says, fuck it, this was a cartoon. This started off as a fucking cartoon.
Right.
We're going to give you a live action cartoon, and we're not going to worry about the politics of it.
And I think the robotics and the skin a little bit is when I was like, oh, that's CG.
Yeah.
Okay, there's real, like Christoph Waltz. He's not CG. So they got this, but it looked good together. And I told you, TNT right now is playing all 6 Star Wars films back to back, and they're showing it. And today I just turned it on, and Revenge of the Sith was on, and I was watching Obi-Wan riding that weird like lizard thing, like yeah, like we're riding that, and he comes like sliding up to the clones to, hey, you guys go do this. Here's your lightsaber back, thanks. And he takes the CGI did not age well in that.
I mean, did you say that was Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say.
So it's not even that old. And I was like,
that.
Watching the Hulk and watching everything that we're watching today. You go back just even, what is that,
over 10
years ago?
Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005.
So it was just like, Come on, ILM.
I think that, so this is one of the things, like back to Ready Player One, that was really like battling my mind, man. Like, this is obviously CG, but it's so smooth. It's Avatar good, bro. James like, I don't know how else to really describe it and be articulate about it. It looks really clean. It looks smooth.
Cameron's
it looks
producing.
cyborg good.
Cameron's producing Battle Angel Alita. He's been wanting to get this on camera for
he's a total
20
otaku.
years.
James Cameron is a weeaboo and a half.
He's wanting to get this. He's wanting to get this filmed for like even before Titanic. Like, I think he wanted to do it like after Terminator 2.
James Cameron wants to remake all the great anime 80s movies. Like, he wants to, like, I'm sure if he could, he'd probably do Akira if it was done his way, but who knows if it would be.
Right.
I want a live action Kenshin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I have really bad news for you, and I hate to even say this, but reported in the news, the creator of Rurouni Kenshin had child pornography.
Well then.
So he is in Japan. He's been arrested in Japan, and so that really like ruins Kenshin for me, man.
No.
Yeah.
I want Golgo 13, which is just essentially just anime James Bond.
It's like kind of like anime, like The Professional.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would like a live action Akira, but I want it done right. I don't want any Neo New York like they were talking about like 10 years ago.
Yeah, there was a while where because I think DiCaprio has the rights to it.
You know what I would be cool with?
To produce it.
Yeah, and he wanted to play fucking Kaneda.
Yeah, that's right.
Leo was going to be Kaneda. Fuck that.
Yeah,
dude.
Leo was going to be Kaneda, and then probably fucking Tobey Maguire was going to be fucking Akira.
I'd say Dane DeHaan could be Tetsuo, but he already did that when he played in Chronicle.
Akira!
Yeah. Nobody says that, Andy. Not once in the entire movie does anyone shout Akira.
You and I used to do Akira Tetsuo.
No, it's Tetsuo Kaneda! No. Once again, he's never watched, and so this is what. Okay, so this leads me. So this leads me into like what I want to kind of close for the night. You know, I would like to talk to you. I would like to do an anime show with you guys. I would like to talk about some stuff that's like current and some classic shit, and just throw it out there on like how like cringeworthy it is for a normal an Andy viewer, basically my Andy viewer.
Because like I've dabbled and I see a couple there. I'm just like,
dabbled.
There are some that are difficult to watch, and I point, and believe me, no, there's no like rose-tinted glass here. If it's creepy weeaboo nonsense, I'm going to point it out immediately.
Yeah, right.
So I would like you guys to let me every once in a while present to you with some anime I think that an Andy could watch.
Let's do it. I'm all for that.
I mean, this is a compliment.
I've watched some anime.
You have?
Yeah, I love.
He's watched Kenshin.
I love the art style. I love the direction that it usually has, like the whole thematics of it. What I don't like, I hate dubbed. So I'm one of the like I want to hear it as it was originally created. So I read like I prefer the subtitles. But to me, I'm sitting there reading like what's going on. So then it kind of distracts. Like, well, wait, now I'm so focused on the dialogue, I'm not watching what's going on.
Now you got to make up your goddamn mind.
Yeah, so it's like. So that's where it is. It's like, okay, I'll watch it dubbed. And then when I watched it dubbed, I'm just like, no.
So you don't like One Punch Man?
One Punch Man is fucking work of art. It's the Mona Lisa of anime right now.
I fucking love One Punch Man.
It's both satirical and serious in its own right at the same time. It's an incredible balance. But no, like, so I understand, like, there are really cool things about anime. There's some shitty things about anime too. Yeah. No, anybody who tells you that all anime is good, don't go back to their place. Don't ever go back to their
I told you, I was flipping the channels in the middle of the night and I came across, is it Attack on Titan or Attack Titan?
Attack on Titan.
And I saw just like 5 minutes of it. And I have no fucking clue what I just saw. And I was just like, what?
So that is definitely a show you don't fucking walk in the middle of, man. That's the show.
The beginning of
you are notorious about this, Andy, and I'm going to call you out live here. You watch shit in the middle. You start Rick and Morty in the middle. You start all kinds of show in the middle because anytime someone says, anyone wants to Clockwork Orange your ass. Whenever you want to Clockwork Orange your ass and tie you to a chair and make you watch something because you need to watch this shit, you fight tooth and nail. And then you like flip through the channels in the middle of the night and watch in the middle of the night, I don't know what's going on, quick. Like that, no. Like if you really want to give something a fair day in court, you need to give it a 3-episode test.
Like legit.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to understand what any show is when you watch 5 minutes of episode 24.
I'm just saying it was just really far out there. Like what I was watching was.
So here's the difference between Japanese animation and American television. This has been something that's been since the dawn of television. So Japan is all about like a serial, overarching plots, shit that like lasts like 23, 26 episodes, whole stories. American cartoons for kids were very episodic, like Freak of the Week. You'd have one like X-Files and shit. Like old school animated Batman.
And then like Dragon Ball is like an entire season.
Yeah, you used to watch the whole season to know what's going on.
Fight.
No. Yeah. Whereas Ninja Turtles, you might get lucky if there was one to be continued.
Right.
Yeah, even one. Yes, exactly. Right. So that's the huge difference between Japanese animation and American shows. So when you do that with an anime, you walk in the middle of the season, you are fucked. You at least need the first 3. And if you don't like a show after the first 3 episodes in order, Andy, then it's probably not for you. That it's tried and true test. The 3-episode test, I swear by it. If I can't get past the 3rd episode without wanting to punch every character, we're done.
So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good tease for our next episode.
Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely.
And on that note,
what note?
I'm Phil. Death Note. On that Death Note.
Death Note's so good. All right.
Anyway, I'm Phil.
I'm Andy.
And this is Tim.
We're the Hateful Geeks. Deuces.
Bye-bye. Bye.